What if I told you that there aren't 2, but 5 different types of diabetics? There's one type of type 1 and 4 types of type 2. Each type of diabetic has a slightly different cause, and so it's only natural that each type of diabetic has a slightly different solution. If you figure out which type of diabetic you are, you can figure out which type of solution will work best for you. So today, if you're tired of exercising, dieting, taking medicines, but you're still not getting the result on blood sugar that you want, then this video is for you. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to help you understand which type of diabetic you may be and what type of solution may work best for you. Before we get started, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Harsh and I'm the co-founder at Hugg Beverages. We have spent the last 4 years with only one mission: how to replace your medicines and supplements with real food ingredients. At our factory in Daman, we do a lot of work with arthritis, constipation, cholesterol, and of course blood sugar. Today, I'm going to share all our learnings and discoveries about diabetes with you. Let's get into it. In July 2020, a study was published that showed there aren't 2 but 5 different types of diabetics. The study was done by 10 different researchers in 3 different countries. They took 19,000 individuals from 9 states in India and measured everything: BMI, insulin, blood sugar, HbA1c, cholesterol, and they found not 2 but 5 different types of diabetics. Then just 6 months ago, another study of 1,500 patients came out which showed the exact same results. The studies show that there is 1 type of type 1 and 4 types of type 2 diabetics in India. Some diabetics are underweight, some are overweight, some are diabetic because of hormonal or age-related problems, and some are diabetics because of poor organ function. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to go through each type and explain how you can tell which type you are and what you can do about it. Let's start with type 1. Are you less than 20 years old? Did you lose a lot of weight when you were first diagnosed? Do you have a very high blood sugar, sometimes more than 300? Then you may be a type 1 diabetic. Type 1 is a case where your body does not make insulin. If you don't make insulin, the sugar doesn't move from your blood into the cells. And when your cells don't get sugar, they start to die and you start to lose weight very, very fast. In fact, this is what a body looks like when there is no insulin, and this is what a body looks like with normal insulin. Normally, type 1 diabetes hits very early when you are less than 20 years old. You may experience drastic weight loss, like 2 to 3 kgs sometimes overnight. Now, unfortunately, this is a very dangerous condition and there is no cure for type 1 diabetes today. You have to closely monitor and manage your situation day to day for the rest of your life. Fortunately, there are a lot of resources that you can use to guide you on your journey. India's largest and, in my opinion, the best community for type 1 diabetics is called Diabesties. I've put the number of their helpline just above this video, so you can give them a call if you are a type 1 diabetic. Let's move to type 2A. Are you a thin diabetic? Do you find it difficult to put on weight? When you were first diagnosed with diabetes, did you lose a lot of weight? You may be a type 2A diabetic. Type 2A is just like type 1 with one small difference. In type 1, your pancreas makes no insulin, and in type 2A, your pancreas makes less insulin. Some doctors actually call this type 1.5 or insulin deficient diabetes. The problem here is that your pancreas is not making enough insulin. To confirm, you can do a C-peptide test. A C-peptide test tells you if your pancreas is working normally or not. In type 1, your C-peptide may be 0, but in type 2A, your C-peptide may be very low. So the problem is that your pancreas is not making enough insulin. The solution is to help your pancreas make more insulin. You may have seen online people talking about losing weight to reverse diabetes. This solution does not apply to you. If you are a type 2A, your high blood sugar is because of poor pancreas function, not because of weight. Weight loss will not help you if you are a type 2A. Alright, so what should you do? You need to eat a diet that's really rich in minerals and vitamins and regularly detox so that you can remove heavy metals from your body. Personally, I recommend you work with a certified nutritionist or health consultant who has experience in reviving and restoring pancreatic function naturally, using only food, no medicines, no drugs. If you need some help finding a health consultant or a dietitian, just comment on the video below and my team will reply with the numbers of a few people that we have worked with in the past that we know have good results. Let's move on to type 2B. Are you overweight? Your BMI is more than 30? Do you have a very high blood sugar? Then you may be a type 2B diabetic. This is the most common type of diabetic and it's called insulin resistant diabetic. This is when your pancreas is making insulin properly but that insulin is not working like it should. There is a simple way you can confirm this. Do a fasting insulin test and a fasting glucose test at the same time. When you get your two numbers, multiply your fasting insulin number into your fasting glucose number and then divide this by 22.5. If you get more than 1.5, then you may be insulin resistant. If you are overweight and you get a result of more than 1.5, then you fall into this category. You are a type 2B diabetic. I call this the luckiest type of diabetes. It's because the solution is so easy. All you have to do is lose weight. With every kg that you lose, your blood sugar will start to go down. In fact, whenever you see testimonials on Facebook that say I lost weight and my diabetes went away or my diabetes got reversed, it's usually from people in this category. So control your carbs, eat more protein, start walking 10,000 steps daily, and with every kg that you lose, the more weight that you lose, the more your blood sugar will start coming back to normal. Now a quick word of caution. A lot of people will try to sell you powders and supplements to try to lose weight. Please do not buy them. If you are a type 2B diabetic, the only thing you need to focus on is diet and exercise. That's the only thing that can help you lose weight. So no matter what people are selling, if it's not diet or exercise, do not buy it. But just be patient. Even though the solution is simple, it still takes time to show results. Alright, before I move on, let's do a quick recap. There are 5 types of diabetics and so far we have discussed 3. There's type 1 where the body doesn't make any insulin. There's type 2A where the body makes less insulin. They are insulin deficient. And there's type 2B, that's insulin resistant. Now if you have any questions about these 3 types or any comments that you'd want to make, then just add them to the comment box below this video and my team will respond and be more than happy to answer them. Now almost 40% of diabetics don't fall in the first 3 categories. They are either type 2C or type 2D. So if you don't fall into any one of the 3 categories that we have discussed so far, continue watching this video. Let's talk about type 2C. Are you older than 50 and you've got diabetes for the first time? Is your blood sugar only slightly out of control? Maybe fasting is less than 140 or HbA1c is less than 7? Then you may likely fall into this group. With age, your body slowly loses the ability to manage blood sugar. As a simple example, earlier your body could handle 10 grams of sugar, but now it can only handle 8 grams of sugar. You may be thinking, oh, if it's age related, then it should happen to everybody. It's a combination of age and hormones. If you're older and you tend to take a little bit more stress, you will see your blood sugar go up. But if you're calmer and you don't take things too seriously, your blood sugar may stay closer to normal or it may even be normal. The solution here is to control. Just need to manage with the correct type of lifestyle intervention. Eating right, focusing on good sleep, getting regular exercise. These are all the parts of your lifestyle that you need to build in to be able to control and eventually reverse your diabetes. You can take some steps like replacing your high carb items with low carb items or replacing your grains with millets. But don't just focus on carb cutting. It's really important that you get all the minerals and vitamins that your body needs on a daily basis. So focus on eating a large diversity of whole foods and especially on your vegetables. For a type 2C diabetic, this is extremely helpful. Look, a type 2C diabetic and type 2C diabetes is a little bit harder to reverse. But make no mistake, it can definitely be done. Now let's move on to the final type, type 2D. Did you get diabetes after or during pregnancy? Do you have a fatty liver? Did you get diabetes after an infection like COVID or a heavy dose of medicine like steroids? Then you likely fall into this category. This is diabetes because of poor organ function. It means your organs are not being able to process your sugar properly. There is a simple way you can confirm this. Just do a liver and lipid profile. If your SGOT or SGPT or your triglycerides are high or your HDL is very low, then you may be a part of this category. Here the problem is poor organ function, specifically your liver. So the solution has to be to improve organ function. A diet that's very rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds will be very helpful. Other than your regular minerals and vitamins, try to increase the intake of herbs which are rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Alright, let's do a quick summary of all the information. There are 5 types of diabetics, 1 type of type 1 and 4 types of type 2. For type 1, the cause is no insulin. You can test by checking your C-peptide. It will be 0. Unfortunately, there is no solution. For type 2A, the cause is low insulin. You are insulin deficient. You can test by seeing again your C-peptide score. It will be low. And the solution is to improve pancreas function. Type 2B, the cause is excess weight. And you can test by checking your fasting insulin readings. The solution is to lose weight. Type 2C, the cause is age and hormones. You can't really test this, but if you don't fall into any of the other types, you are typically a type 2C. The solution is lifestyle management, exercise, sleep, meditation, and diet. And finally, there's type 2D. The cause is poor organ function. You can test this by looking at high triglycerides, low HDL, high SGOT or SGPT. The solution is to improve organ function. Now I know what you must be thinking. Why hasn't anybody said this before? Do you know came up with the concept of type 1 and type 2 was pharma companies. For them, type 1 was a customer who would have to purchase insulin and type 2 was a customer who didn't have to purchase insulin. Only in the last 2 years was a proper study conducted on Indians that showed that there aren't 2 but 5 different types of diabetics. You must also be wondering, is it possible that you're more than one type? Absolutely. Just like you have Vat, Pitta and Kapha in Ayurveda, there is a chance that you may be a mixture of 2 types, but there will always be one dominating cause. When you figure out which one that is, you're positioned to get the best result. You may also be asking, how can we help? My company Hugg manufactures a 9-ingredient juice that has delivered incredible results. HbA1c, fasting blood glucose, postprandial blood glucose, and average blood glucose. But it only works on certain types of diabetics. Today, using your age, weight, height, and most recent blood report, we can predict whether our juice will work on you or not work on you before you even purchase. How do we do this? We have collected the before and after blood reports for more than 2,000 people who have tried our mango leaf tonic. We found that people fall into two categories. Either the juice works for them or it doesn't. When you send us your data, we make a small profile and compare it to both those categories. If it's successful, we let you know that we are confident that our juice will work for you. It's worked for hundreds of people like you. And if not, we're upfront and honest, and we tell you that we're not sure that we are the right people for you to work with. You should spend your time and money with somebody else. Why do we do this? We only want to work with people where we can guarantee a result. Every person that tries the mango leaf tonic, we want to convert into a testimonial or case study for this page. So if you're looking to purchase the mango leaf tonic for the first time, click on the Get Free Diabetic Profile button below and send us your data. Our team of nutritionists will evaluate and send you a confirmation on whether our juice will work for you or not. Being a diabetic is hard and expensive. But if you become smart about your diabetes, you will know exactly where to focus and what to do to get the best result without wasting your time, your money, or your energy. We just want to help. I hope you've gotten good value out of this video, and if you have, hit the subscribe button so you can get more videos like this whenever we launch them. And in the meantime, make sure you get your free diabetic profile completed. I've left the link in the description below. All the best.